petty all the time. I'm petty all the time.
Baby, welcome to the party.
Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T-Y. I'm petty all the time. Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T-Y. I'm petty all the time.
Hey guys, we're here with another mini MOTO episode. It's your girl's Petty Party Podcast. It's your girl Paulette coming out the set. What's good?
Hey y'all, it's your girl Crystal, aka Champagne Chris, aka Chrissy F. Baby. Please say the baby.
Woo woo.
Hey everyone, it is just Nick checking in yet again, and we're gonna give y'all a few motos that were written in by some of our listeners. So
yes,
I'm
let's
excited.
get into some things, child.
Okay,
Who's up?
I'll go first.
Okay.
This one is titled, I Can't Deal With My Best Friend Anymore. Oof. Hi ladies, just want to say I love your podcast and I'm tuned in every episode, but I need advice.
Thanks, girl.
So my best friend, who I feel is not my friend now, is just not for my environment anymore. So we became friends after working together, and we became close because of just her being real open about her life, and I'm a person who people just open up to. So fast forward, she was living with her husband and she met another man on an online dating site as well. Her 25 and the other man 31 have been talking for only 6 months now.
Hold on,
and
Nikki.
she has found out
She was living with her husband?
Yeah,
And
she met him. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
So her 25 and the other man 31 have been talking for only 6 months now, and she has found out he's married in 2 months of dating as well, and he proposed to her.
She's already married.
In them talking for 5 months. So the wife finds out he's been seeing my friend and Instagrams him and his wife. Oh, and if him and his wife are going through a divorce now. But the thing is, he buys stuff from my friend and pays for the deposit and half rent for an apartment that they're supposed to live in. But he lives with the wife, but sleeps on the couch. Yeah, okay. I told my friend he's buying you basically so you don't trip about the fact that about him being married still and living with the wife.
Yeah.
But you're married.
Literally.
All this stuff she's going through, I've been there for her on all her problems and helping her unpack her stuff for her new apartment. I'm pulling up for anything she needs, literally all the above. I feel like anytime I need her, she's never to be found, and I spoke up about it. I told her I need distance myself, as in I can't be the person you keep calling on. I just need boundaries, as she forgets a lot of our plans every time. She tried pulling the victim card, saying she has PTSD that makes her forget stuff when she has a lot of anxious stuff in her life going on, making it seem like I'm the villain, but never forgets stuff for the other man that's still married and I believe is playing her. There have been times I truly needed her and she never picked up the phone, but I would always pick up no matter what I'm doing. I'm too available for her. But if I gotta be the villain in someone's story for my peace, then that's what it's gotta be. Am I wrong for keeping distance as she's going through a divorce? And am I wrong to feel like I just don't want to be her friend anymore just because she has a lot of drama in her life that I can't play dumb to the stuff she allows in her life? Sorry, that seems like a lot, but I can't wait to hear what you ladies have to say.
Okay, I'm confused.
Yeah.
So the person that she's writing in was married, but she was cheating on her husband?
No, so this is her friend. She's talking about her best friend. So her best friend is married.
Right.
And met a man online.
Uh-huh.
They started dating for 6 months.
So she's cheating on her husband, her best friend.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
her best friend's cheating on her husband, but the man she met is also
cheating
married.
on. Yeah.
Is also married. So they're just having an affair.
But now they're both going through divorces.
Yeah. Is she wrong for taking it? No, girl, you're not.
No.
Like, I don't know. I feel like that's not always like.
I'll be honest with you, like going about and befriending, I think that's a little bit much. I just feel like at the end of the day, like what
do you
what
mean,
like not befriending, not being friends anymore.
Oh, okay.
Use wrong word. I don't think that you should stop being friends with your best friend because of that. I just feel like whatever she chooses to do, it has nothing to do with you. You can distance yourself from it, and it always could be a thing where you establish a boundary, like, hey, I don't want to hear about nothing going on. I don't want any parts of this, because if something was to hit the fan and like her husband found out that you knew, now you're involved. Mm-hmm. So I can understand establishing that boundary, but like canceling the friendship, I'm not gonna lie, girl, this stuff happens every day. You know, you just know about it. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that it's normal. I'm not saying it's okay. I just don't think that you should stop being friends with your best friends behind that. Like, yes, you can counsel her, but at the end of the day, she's not asking for you to counsel her. So either just be a supportive friend or just fall back. But you don't have to stop being friends with her.
She's more so like upset at the fact that like she's putting a lot on her, like as far as like, okay, you come to her and she's emotionally, almost sounds like she's emotionally dumping, and then, like when you need it, she's not there. So I don't think it's more so like, oh, you're cheating. It's the fact that like, you're not here when I need you.
So that's the thing. So I'm kind of devil's advocate on that. Why is it now an issue that she's allowing these things into her life whenever you were accepting them from the initially? You were accepting them from the beginning. Right. But now that she's unable to meet the commitments that you would like for your friendship, now it's an issue about everything else she has going on. Don't get me wrong. She's full of drama. And personally, I don't know if I would want to be involved with a person like that. But I think that you have to look at what your actual motives behind wanting to unfriend her are. It's not because of what she has going on in her life, because quite frankly, you were okay with that in the beginning. It's the fact that she's now not being able to be a friend. So you're now questioning if she's even really your friend, which I would too. Maybe she was just being like acting like your friend because you were okay with the things she had going on and she was able to come to you and talk to you about those things. I don't know. But I think you need to sit down and have a conversation with her and really see if she's just there because you're a sponge and you're able to soak up everything that she's able to throw at you, or if she actually wants to be your friend or not. Like if she's really your friend, or just like not even about really, just have a. Like, I'm not gonna like this whole, are you my friend? No, y'all just need to have a conversation as friends. Like, hey, I feel like you're doing X, Y, and Z. I wouldn't be a thing where I don't feel like you're my, you know, like just healthy conversations. Like, hey, girl, you always trauma dumping on me, but like when I come to you, like what's going on type stuff. Like just talk like that. I don't want it to be a thing where it's like feuding almost, because y'all are not, like, you just feel like your efforts are not being reciprocated. That's how you feel. And I feel like it's very valid for you to tell someone that and land respectfully, and that's be that. I don't really think it should now lead to y'all are not friends anymore, but do what you want to do. But
she didn't even say that they're not friends. She just
she asked if that was her second question. Is she wrong for
pulling back? Oh,
yeah,
that was her second question.
And even when she said it, she's like, I don't know if she's even really my friend. She's thinking about leaving the friendship, right? But I don't know. Like,
normally when chaotic things are going on, it gets like that. You feel like it's just beyond my control.
But is it really someone she needs to be friends with?
Why?
To be honest with you, she doesn't sound like a good friend.
In this moment, you don't know who she is outside of all this. So I don't want to judge her on this moment.
She said that they became friends in a short period of time. They met at work.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
This is not a long-term friend.
I think I missed that.
No, but yeah.
She said, look, so we became friends after working together, and we became close because of her being real open about her life. And I'm a person who people like to open up to.
Best friend, girl. Okay.
But I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Really devil's advocate. Okay. She's juggling a lot, and she's going through a lot as far as like she's going through divorce. So maybe she just doesn't know how to be a friend right now, because she again like maybe she
Crystal,
doesn't. No,
she put herself into another relationship while she's married.
But like,
okay, so outside of the extra relationship, she's still getting a divorce, and which is a hard thing to divulge.
The divorce doesn't seem like it's the issue. The issue is with the other man that she's dating.
No, I mean, I think they're both.
It's not even that. I get where she's coming from though. Like,
like if there's going through something major, then maybe you just don't know how to be a friend.
Y'all have all been in that situation where you're going through something, and sometimes you don't know how to be a friend in that moment. Literally, and sometimes you have a conversation like, "Hey, I just feel like okay, cool," but like to me, that's normal. I don't think that like everyone's always a friend 24/7. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Like things happen. Like people are passing through a lot of things in this life. So sometimes being a friend is not number one in someone's life. Exactly. And it's okay to reel them back in and be like, hey, I feel like you're not really showing up. Is everything okay? Like what can I do?
Yes.
It's asking questions. Like that's what makes y'all friends.
Because I feel like I would have wanted like instead in a healthy conversation, I would have wanted you to be like, hey, this is where I feel like as a friend you're falling short. Instead of you just going to act funny. Like, cause it's like, what the fuck did I do?
That's a good one. You're falling short here.
Yeah, what did I do? But I just think, I don't know. I feel like if you need to take distance, then do it. I feel like there's never I don't think
there's anything wrong with it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. And I don't even feel like that's a question that you should be asking us. Because it's like, I mean, obviously you feel like she's not adequate enough to be your friend at the moment. So yes, take a step back. And there are some people where it's like, even if your relationship doesn't come back from it per se, like some people you really just have to take a step back and be like, okay, you know what? I don't see this relationship being equally yoked as far as like you're not there for me and I'm not there for you and blah blah blah. Like I don't feel like you should be pouring more than you're receiving. Like I feel like it should be an equally, reciprocated relationship. And if that's not, then yes, pull back.
Absolutely. And also too, like, give yourself time as well to think about everything. Cause I know like sometimes when you're in the middle of everything, it's a lot at once. Allow yourself time to process this as well, you know? And I'm going to just reiterate what I said in the beginning. What she chooses to do with her personal life, if she wants to have an affair, that has nothing to do with you.
It doesn't.
Mind your business. And I think a lot of us, and I'm not saying you're not doing that, so hope it doesn't sound like I'm attacking you because I'm not. But a lot of us in this world, we tend to not mind our business and we involve ourselves in things that have nothing to do with us.
But the thing is, at the same time, I think that her friend involved her in it because she's
easily
dropped all that. She's dropped all that information on her.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that if it's too much for you, I do think that, like you said, you need to tell her like, hey, it's a little bit too much for me, and it's really maybe not something I can give you the best advice on. So maybe I'm not the right person to talk to about that in particular, you know? But I do think that, like, I agree with Paulette. I think you need to take time and really look at the pros and cons of really not having her as a friend, because to lose a friend, it actually is a lot to like really like take
over
a friend,
man, girl,
to really take a friend.
It's over, man.
It's not really over, man. But he has to do with it. But yeah, to really take a friend out of your life, I do think that it can be a lot. So just take your time.
I'm not gonna lie. Have y'all ever gone through some shit like that where it's like you may not be being a good friend, but you don't know it, and all of a sudden, like your friend is acting funny with you because it's like, what did I do? Like,
it's in a nice conversation.
Tell. Like, I would 100% be comfortable with you telling me, like, look, you did XYZ, and I feel like you were being a shitty friend, and you don't answer the phone. Da, da, da. Tell me, because again, I feel like that whole moving in secrecy and moving, and all of a sudden you beefing and like
one-sided beef,
and we unfollowed each other. It's like what happened?
And like I just can't stand when people take it to those lengths. It's like, wow,
you didn't have to do that.
How childish of you. You weren't even grown enough to sit down and have a conversation.
You
immediately just went to unfollow me. That shows
so
where
lame.
you stood in this friendship.
That's so lame.
It is lame.
Bro,
You
and
could have been my friend.
No, you couldn't.
Like,
and I know we got to move on, y'all, because I feel like the whole unfollowing thing, because I there's a lot of people who be like, oh, social media is not a big deal, and it's not. It's really not at the end of the day. But like, let's not act like that don't mean something. Like you unfollow me, I feel like that's a line in the sand almost. Like I don't know. Like
that's a bold move.
That's
you
a
know
bold
what's crazy?
move.
I remember like a tiff happened between a friend and I literally went on Instagram and we were not friending each other anymore. I'm like, dude, we didn't even have time to talk. Like I'm over here thinking,
and I think it was very
we're
weird.
giving each other space to talk. Now we're not friends. We're not friends.
Yeah.
And to me, people are like, oh, you can't use social media to like display that. But I'm like, no, like you're right. Like
it
dang, something happened, and like the moment I went out to go check Instagram a few days later, we're not friends on there. That means that we're not friends. Like, that's a bold, like you said, that does have meaning behind it. Like,
I think it's a petty move too, because especially I think it's one of those things where it's like that other person is just trying to make sure that oh yeah, there's beef.
That's why you have God gave you a mouth. Use your words.
But that's the thing.
Of that.
Do you feel like
aggressive stuff.
Do y'all feel like you can come if a friend does it? Do you feel like y'all can come back from that?
Absolutely, but there will be a conversation.
What you think, Nikki?
There will be a conversation.
So for me, trust is really big. And I think that once you go to certain lengths, it's just kind of like, now I am questioning all your motives to me as a friend. So quite frankly, no, I don't think we can go back to the same level.
I'm kind of with you. I'm not. I think we can still be friends, but not on the same level.
Not on the same level.
Yeah, like it's not going to be the same.
I'm not gonna let social media have that much of a power, but I'll say
it's not. But it's your intentions behind it.
But it's but there are people that are just petty. Like everyone's been petty in their life, and if someone
be petty in somebody else's life,
what I'm saying is, no, I feel that. But what I'm saying is that everyone's been petty in a sense where someone could have just been like, oh, fuck it, this, that, and the third, like. You know what I'm saying? I feel like how you want to be treated, you have to treat others that way too. And I feel like, okay, if they unfriended you, yes, we can have a conversation and like we actually talk, have effective conversation. I feel like that's the problem here in this world. Y'all be having conversation and they're not effective. Like y'all don't be talking about nothing. Y'all just be there to just state your grievances. Okay, I'm done. No, okay, let's talk through it.
That person doesn't want to be your friend.
But I'll just be like, okay, but maybe in that moment they were just like upset, like I'm gonna unfriend you. But it's like, to me, I'm not gonna lie. In this world, we can't give social media that much power. That's
what if they block
saying.
you?
No, we're just talking about unfriending.
I think
blocking.
What she's asking, what if they block
what if they block you? Like, what if you find out, like, you and your friend, you fall out, you try to message her, she blocks you, like, on the phone, and then, like, maybe a month later, she pops back up. And
okay, so that's like, I feel like blocking, that means that you want to permanently delete someone out your life. That's different from then just unfriending someone on social media, because at the end of the day, you can still find their page, but blocking someone, like, permanent, to me, blocking's permanent. That means that you permanently want them out. Unfriending someone, you can friend them again. Like, that add friend could easily be clicked over and over again. When you block someone, you can't find that page ever again. So to me, that's different. But if someone just went and click unfollow, why is that such a big deal?
And I think for me, that more so goes back to the fact of, like, I don't really want someone who's that flip-floppy in my life as, like, that close of a friend. If you really cannot have that conversation with me, right, then maybe you're right. Maybe we aren't meant to be friends.
True. But then also too, like, I don't know. I'll be real with y'all. like, that social media game shit is just kind of,
it's petty.
It's petty, and like, we have to grow up to that. So like, it's just, to me, it's like, this is my, like I said, y'all, we have to agree to disagree on this, but I'm saying if it's the whole unfollowing game, we can have a conversation and I can move past it. It's not a thing where if you block me, see, that's different.
Yeah. Is there a time frame?
But if they unfollow you on all social media platforms, it's the same thing.
It's happened before, and honestly, like, it is and we started following each other back again. Like, it is, you stop being upset. But you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, it's like a conversation was had, and like, there was some understanding. Yeah. And honestly, it's maturity and growth in me. Like, I don't want to sit here and be harboring issues with people behind some bullshit.
I feel like, it's a certain situation. Because I feel like in my certain situation, she tried to gaslight me and be like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, which is not that big of a deal, but don't try to act like it doesn't mean something.
Right.
Like, don't be weird about it.
And I don't like when people try to gaslight people. Yeah. Allow someone to feel how they want to feel. Okay, cool. But this whole notion is just like, y'all, social media is not a real place. If they deleted social media tomorrow, then what? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to ask yourself these questions. Like, they can't block you in real life. So,
okay. So
they can kill you. That's
move on
blocking
to the next photo.
Anyone can block, you can kill.
This title is titled, "Is a 10-year friendship worth throwing away?" It says, "Hey y'all, I'm going to try my hardest to keep this story short and not confusing because there are a few jumps in between. So I have had a best friend for about 10 years now, and over time we've had a few incidents where we've stopped being friends, but we've always been able to come back from it. The first major incident was in high school when she became close friends with someone, and that same person had an issue with me. So eventually it ended up putting a strain in our relationship to where we didn't communicate for a little over a year. The second incident was back in 2020, and she made a very distasteful joke in quotations, regarding the guy I was dating, and insinuated that she might take him from me. When I addressed it with her, she became super defensive, and because I felt like she was more concerned about how my accusations made her feel and not about how her comments made me feel, I stopped talking to her for about 2 years, but eventually we ran into each other, had a conversation about things, and made up. I know I'm shining an unfavorable light on our friendship, but there have also been moments where she's been a stand-up type of best friend, and where if I'm ready to go with someone, she's right there with me. Her mom has also been super involved with me, and even in those moments of us not talking, she is still checking on me, sending me birthday gifts. This is what makes it muddy for me, because for anyone else, this would be an easy decision. But with her, I don't want to throw away the friendship if it's worth saving. But I'm more to the point where I don't know anymore. Recently, we had a disagreement that we definitely would have been able to get over. But in the argument, she made a comment saying, "I let you pull this shit 2 years ago." And it really rubbed me the wrong way. It was in that moment that I saw she didn't actually feel bad for what she did to me. And that in her head, she still feels like I was wrong for how I handled it. I told her to have a good life, and since we have not talked since then, but now since some time has passed, I'm starting to second guess my decision and need some help gaining clarity on this. If it helps, we became friends when we were 14, 15, and now we're 24, 25.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. That's how she ended it? So, if you don't mind me asking, what does she need advice on?
If she should continue to stop being friends with her, or if she should like try to reconcile things.
She's basically second guessing her decision on telling her like have a good life.
I honestly am not gonna lie. I wish you wouldn't have said that. That to me is like sayonara. That's what that sounds like. And you have every right to feel away for how she spoke to you, because at the end of the day, words have meaning. And I think a lot of people forget that. Words have meaning. It's not what you say, but how you say it and how it lands to somebody. And I do think that you and your friend can have a conversation, especially if y'all are best friends. Like, dang, the term best friend is like someone that you can actually be open with and have an open floor with. And I feel like if you can't do that, then I'm not going to lie, I don't see that as your best friend. That just may have been a longtime friend that you just been rocking with. That's not your best friend, you know? So I don't know, just maybe, I don't think you should have said the whole have a nice life, because that to me is, I'm not gonna lie, like that's you ending the friendship. Like, have a nice life. And you know, like I feel like in this age I'm in, I like to be careful with my words, because no telling, something could happen tomorrow and then that person's gone and like the last thing you said was have a nice life, you know? So I don't know. I'm indifferent on that. I don't think you should have handled it that way.
Yeah, I mean, coulda, shoulda, woulda. Like, yeah, you probably shouldn't have. But at the same time, like, I feel like what she did was kind of messed up, because like you said, in this sentence, she said, when they got into a disagreement, the girl said to her, I let you pull this shit two years ago. And in that rubbed her the wrong way, because she was like, so that means you really didn't feel bad for what you said.
So why did you not then why and see effective communicate? Why did you say that? This talk about it, talk through it.
They talked about it though.
No, but so then to me it's like, then that's something that you have to ask within yourself, that what are you still holding on that you feel away on? If you really talked about it with her, that means y'all would have worked through that. Me, it doesn't sound like
it's her best friend that feels some type of way.
No, I'm saying like when she said the whole, you pulled this 2 years ago, if that made you feel away in that conversation, why did y'all not dig deeper in that moment? If that made you feel away, I'm not gonna lie, that whole like feeling away and being silent about it, I don't fool with that. Well, I just think that's not good communication then.
It's not, but you know? I think you're also going very much by the book. Like, obviously,
no,
like,
I'm not going by the book.
You are, because these are 24 and 25-year-olds. So
but these are your friends.
Yeah, but Paulette, you weren't effectively communicating as a 25-year-old.
But I understand that, but I'm not 25 anymore, so I'm giving advice from my age here, and I'm saying that as someone, if you're talking to your friend, this is time to have these conversations, the difficult ones, the ones that are hard to have. Yeah. If you can't have that, then what's a friendship? That's all I'm saying. Like,
so I will say, I think that she is going to have a conversation with her friend and say, hey, this made me feel some type of way that you said this, because it now makes me think that you didn't actually feel sorry. So if we made up and we got over that, why are you still harboring those feelings? Because I wasn't thinking like that. So what makes you still feel like that, you know? And so I think that they have to get to the bottom of like why she would even say that. And like I said, if you still doesn't make you feel comfortable, if her answers really don't make you feel comfortable, then you know then it really maybe isn't your best friend, and that is okay. Like, especially since to me, to call someone my best friend, I can't really have those type of long breaks, like of us not talking.
2 years is crazy.
2 years of not. At this point,
it happens.
It happens, but at this point, I don't think you'd be my best friend. I think you'd just be like
a friend,
a friend that I've known for a long time.
Right. Yeah.
But then I don't know, because then you like growing up, you saw like aunties beef for like 5 years, and then out of nowhere
you could always. I mean, we'll never say never.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like things, like life is real and things happen. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say like someone goes on hiatus for X amount of years and like get back and like they pick up like nothing ever happened, and everyone else is like, you know, that's how you know they real life friends, because it's like even though there was a rift, they found their way back.
But to be honest with y'all, anyone that is to say to me like that you could take my boyfriend from me, I don't know if I'd be comfortable being friends with them.
There's some people that be talking out their ass,
but as your friend,
there's some people that talk out. I'm
like,
not.
That's someone you. That would make it really, really hard to trust somebody. And for me, like, to be able to trust somebody is like the utmost thing in a friendship. So it's like, if I can't trust you around my boyfriend, I don't know. Like,
I'm not gonna lie. I guess as I'm getting older, I'm starting to realize people be talking out their ass, and so some things you just don't need to. I'm not gonna lie. I would be like, take your man, LOL, bye, girl, and like it just would be that for me. I'm not about to sit here and go back and forth with you on that. It's like that's really weird for you to say, and I would say it out loud and let it be known. Okay, cool, move on from it. Like, I'm not about to.
But she did.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. But like, she did. In situations like that, it's okay to be like, that was weird. Like, take your man.
No, but that is what she said.
But I know. But I
stopped talking for 2 years after that.
But I know. But there are some people that like they won't even say anything. It's just like things have to be acknowledged before. If you want to go on a hiatus from a friendship, things have to be acknowledged before that happens. I just feel like this whole notion of like, not speaking on stuff, walking away. It's just
So to get my opinion, I feel like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the best friend is a little weird. Like, because
I agree.
Because it's like, one, you made this comment, then 2 years later you circle back and almost double down on your comment.
Yep.
And to me, it's just like, I feel like if you said certain things, if we've already had a conversation about it and then you go back and you double down on your comment, to me it's just like, I see you for who you are. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I would have said have a good life, but I probably would have been like in my head, like, all right, bet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at that point, the relationship has changed. Cause it's like, bro, like, if you don't feel like you are sorry or you don't feel any remorse for the reason why we fell out, and you bring this shit up in a conversation and try to throw it in my face, like, I'm not gonna lie, I see you for who you are. Like, and I feel like you're not, and I feel like you're second guessing what you said, because it was like, it was very permanent.
Right.
Had you guys could have came back from it, yes. But at the same time, like, that was how you felt in the moment. And I feel like, because you clocked her being weird. I'm sorry, like you did.
You're weird.
So, so I just feel like, even if you guys go back and do talk about it, just know, like, you see that girl for who she is, and don't let, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't, I feel like there's times where a friendship where you're going to fall out with your friend. You guys are not always going to agree, but like, I don't know, like the way y'all are falling out, to me, it's just like, is that really your friend?
Like, and that's how I feel. Like,
like,
to be falling out like that,
it's
not
like,
normal.
it's not normal.
Also, too, we're not getting the full story, so we don't know. You know, I'm like, I'm going off what she said too, but we don't know like the supporting details. Like,
I mean,
you know,
she said she was a good friend in the meantime, in between time, which is like,
you know?
okay, yeah, if you're TTG, she TTG too. Cool. Anybody can be that.
But
I just feel like to the core of it, like, you really have to question, like, is that really your friend? Because I'm not gonna lie, it's some people who just do certain shit and it's just like, yeah,
it's
you're
cringy.
not. It's very like,
you can't be my friend and say things like that.
I
like,
mean,
that's
like
weird.
Now I can only.
There are people that be talking out there.
I can only imagine what you're thinking and not saying.
Yeah, and to me, I'm not gonna lie, like, I make a joke out of everything. So that comment about the boyfriend, because if she said it was somebody that was dating, she didn't say it was her boyfriend. She said somebody that she was dating. Like, I probably would have let that shit roll off my shoulders. I think what would have bothered me more is the fact that you brought it up again and then doubled down on it. Like, to me, that's just like, I don't know. Like, what are you trying to get at here? And then why bring up a situation that obviously was a sore spot in our relationship? Like, weird.
Also,
like,
too, there are people that just lack that self-awareness. Like, they don't understand, like, and how, like, certain things should be left alone. Like, this is not the moment to now bring that back from the past and, like, try to land here. Like, you know, it's like, to me, it's like, this ain't no reverse Uno card. Like, it's already done.
I can't lie.
You know?
I feel like the people or the girls who lack self-awareness, they're typically not good friends. I'm sorry. Like, they're not. Like,
it's like, or it's just kind of hard to, like, navigate certain things. You know what I mean? Because, like, it's just, I don't know, y'all. Like I said, girl,
I don't know. Definitely,
like, you done with her. So let us know. Write us back to see. I want to see how.
Yeah, I want to get an update on this.
I think before you're like done, I think have a conversation, and then like I think y'all should have a conversation, lay everything out, like really have a conversation, and then y'all can make the decision on if, hey, like, our friendship's just not healthy. Yeah, there's no way to move on from this, or we can mend this. Yeah. But I think you have to have a conversation. I don't think saying have a nice life is a way that you're gonna get any type of like resolution or any type of what's it called?
Resolution is what you're trying to say.
Resolution, but also like knowing that like you tried everything to make things work and to understand. Right.
Because it's so funny, because I've been in this exact situation before, and like I remember like years past, y'all, we both missed monumental moments. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just so crazy because after the fact we had a conversation, and like now we're like back cool, we're back friends, and like it almost makes you realize, like, dang, like this conversation should have happened literally like a
years
month
ago
after this.
Yeah.
Instead of waiting years, and now like certain things have happened in each other's life, and it's like almost like regret. I've missed so much, but it's like, you know, you make up for lost time, but it's like you can get. What I'm trying to say is that you can get through things. You can come back from stuff. I just feel like just have an open heart with the situation, you know? So
I think the conversation that you have with her will let you know, like, how to move forward. So,
yeah.
Definitely.
Don't shut down again. Don't shut down.
Have a good life.
I understand it's easy to shut down, but try your hardest to just stay in the moment and talk things through. Like, if there's something you don't understand, ask questions until you have that understanding. Like, that is what a conversation is about. And if she gets upset that you try to get clarity, then you already know what to do then, you know? So I'm just giving you some game.
Yeah, but also it's just like, I don't know.
Just have a conversation.
I'm not asking you that many damn questions. Like, I'm asking
Why
you.
Why are you above so many questions?
No, I'm not. I'm just going to take things for face value. So it's like, I'm not going to sit here and try to weed of why you made this decision. Like, I see it for what it is, and it is what it is. Like, and I'm not rocking with it. So that's how I see it. But again, keep us updated, girl.
Yeah.
So question, I want to ask you a question because you said that you ain't weaving through stuff. So like, say if like you're having like a dispute with your husband, right? And like they do the same thing. They bring up something from an argument that y'all easily mended. It came to agreement. It was like, this is why I felt such and such.
Different though.
No, but it doesn't. It's communication styles. How are you navigating that?
If he brings it up, something
Like
that
like y'all already. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We're over it. That's why I said this last. You're like, wait a minute. We clearly reconcile here, and now you bringing it back. Like, how are you going to handle that?
Then it's a deeper issue.
Yeah, there's a deeper issue, and that's literally what I said. Clearly, there's a deeper issue.
We're gonna
so whenever you're ready to talk about it, let me know because you brought this shit back up
because more than likely, to be honest with you, whenever people say comments like that, more than likely that's the only reason. That's the foundation or the stepping stool for us to even be having this current disagreement. Right. A lot of the times people have so much animosity like built up from whatever, like maybe they feel like they had to turn the other cheek or they didn't really like, like they didn't feel like the resolution set well with them.
Right.
But now they're like, okay, so now something small happens this next time around and they're like, no, I'm not letting this person do this again to me.
But then also too, sometimes like things happen, right? And like that person forgets. And it's like, no, you need some reminding. Cause like,
but I don't think,
no, some people forget. There are people that forget and it's like, no, let me actually remind you because like,
remind you like
just let me remind you of this. Cause sometimes people like talk, like, you know what I'm saying? Like some people talk out of situations like, no, but this has happened before. Like, no, let me remind you. And to me, you need to be respectful in that manner. Like, it's always how you land. But like, I do think some people need reminding. Like, wait a minute. I think you're forgetting. Like, you're forgetting. So, but yeah.
All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode. Please make sure you write into us. I hope that you're enjoying our advice. Of course, don't take it as Bible because it's never that. But just, like, it's just some things that we've seen in our experiences being in our 30s now. A lot of the stuff we've gone through. So make sure you feel free to write in and to follow us on all our social media platforms. Tune into us on YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. It's your girl, Just Nick, checking out.
And it's your girl, Paulette, signing out. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Paulette. Holla.
Bye, y'all. And if you guys write in, we want to hear updates. Like, send us an update. We want to know what you guys think. So we can talk about it, too. Yeah, like, let's send us a life update so we can talk about it, girl. Yeah. This is really the girl chat for real. So,
honestly.
Bye, y'all. Signing out. It's Crystal. Peace.
Bye.
Give me a P. Give me a